deforestation issues. Quite alarming, I've got to tell you, Skate Dog. Well, what's happening? Destruction. Oh my goodness. Echoed from wood to wood, continent to continent, in the tropical belt that circles the globe. The tropical belt? Yes, Skate Dog. From Brazil to Central Africa to once lush islands in Asia's archipelagos, human encroachment is shrinking the world's rainforests. Human encroachment? That's what I said, Skate Dog.
Oh, excuse me, Bono, excuse me. Go ahead, Bono. The alarm was sounded decades ago by environmentalists and was little heeded. The picture, meanwhile, has changed. Africa is now a leader in destructiveness. The numbers have changed. UN specialists estimate 60 acres of tropical forests have failed worldwide every minute from 50 just a generation back. Oh my goodness. Experts still warn of extinction of animal and plant life, of the loss of forest people's livelihoods, of soil erosion and other damage, but scientists today worry urgently about something else.
What's that, Bono?
The link between trees and climate.
Oh, you mean like global warming?
Exactly. Human encroachment is expected to kill off vast tracts of rainforest, and dying forests will feed global warming.
How's that happen?
You see, if we lose forests, we lose the fight against climate change. The burning or rotting of trees that comes with deforestation at the hands of ranchers, farmers, timbermen, etc. sends more heat, trapping carbon dioxide into the atmosphere than all of the world's planes, trains, trucks, and automobiles.
You're kidding me. More carbon dioxide is emitted into the atmosphere from deforestation than all of the world's airplanes, trains, trucks, and automobiles combined?
You're doing it again, Skate Dog.
Oh, excuse me, Bono, excuse me. Go ahead. It's amazing. That's alarming. Go right on. Go right ahead.
Forest destruction accounts for more than 20% of man-made emissions, second only to burning of fossil fuels for electricity and heat. Conversely, healthy forests absorb carbon dioxide and store carbon.
I see.
The stakes are so dire, Skate Dog, that if we don't start turning this around in the next 10 years, the extinction crisis of the rainforests and the climate crisis of global warming will begin to spiral out of control.
Oh my God, that sounds terrible, Bono.
It's a very, very big deal, Skate Dog.
Recently, governments have begun work on a carbon-sharing agreement.
The first global financial plan for compensating developing countries for preserving their rainforests.
Well, that's a brilliant plan.
Deforestation continues at an alarming rate of about 32 million acres every single year.
Oh my God, 32 million acres of rainforest are disappearing every single year, Bono?
That's right, Skate Dog. 50,000 square miles of tropical forest are being cleared every 12 months. That's more than half the area of the entire island of Britain.
Oh my.
The lumber and fuelwood removed in the tropics alone would fill more than 1,000 Empire State Buildings. Almost 1% of African forests are gone each year. In 2000 to 2005, the continent lost 10 million acres per year, including big chunks of forest in Sudan, Zambia, Tanzania, up from 9 million acres just a decade earlier.
That's over 1 million acres a year more.
Well, it's good that you can do your addition and subtraction, Skate Dog. You must have graduated elementary school.
Well, as a matter of fact, I did. Go on. Now, Bono.
Across the tropics, the causes can be starkly different. The Amazon and other South American forests are usually burned for cattle grazing or industrial-scale soybean farming. In Indonesia and elsewhere in Southeast Asia, island forests are being cut or burned to make way for giant plantations of palm, whose oil is used in food processing, cosmetics, and other products. In Africa, by contrast, its individuals are hacking out plots for small-scale farming.
Oh my. Well, they've got to survive, don't they, Bono?
Oh, there's other ways to survive in the rainforest. I'll get into that, Skate Dog. Now, would you let me finish?
Oh, excuse me, Bono. Go right ahead.
Now, here in Nigeria, southeastern Cross River State, home to one of the largest remaining tropical forests in Africa, people from surrounding villages of huts and cement block homes go into the forest each day to work their pineapple and cocoa farms. They see no other way of earning money to feed their families. The developed countries want us to keep the forests, since the air we breathe is for all of us, rich countries and poor countries.
What can be done in the rainforest, Bono, to help reverse deforestation?
A new licensing system. Anyone who wants to cut down one of the forest's massive, valuable mahogany trees or other hardwoods must obtain a license and negotiate which tree to take.
Oh my, that's interesting.
Because, you see, they share in the income. The logs can't be taken away whole, but must be cut into planks in the forest by the people. A community benefiting from such small-scale forestry is likely to keep out those engaged in illegal, uncontrolled logging. But enforcement is difficult in a state with about 35,000 square miles of pristine rainforest and few forest ranges. On one recent day deep in the forest, where the luxuriant green canopy allows only rare shards of sunlight to reach the floor, hornbill bird and the distant chainsaw were the only sounds heard. As forestry officials rushed to investigate, the saw operator fled deeper into the forest, sign of an illegal operation.
Oh my.
Environmentalists say that a conservation approach may work for rural agrarian people in Nigeria, which lost an estimated 15 million acres of rainforest in just the last 15 years, or about one-third of its entire forest area.
Well, that's terrible.
And has one of the world's highest deforestation rates. More than 3% of the rainforest disappear every year.
Well, in 30 years, it'll be gone.
All of the modern medicines that cure cancers and diseases these days are based on natural cures, many of which come from the rainforest.
From the rainforest?
Yes, of course, from the flowers and the pollens and the seeds, the hormones and the different proteins that they extract from the rainforest, Scat Dog.
My goodness, you mean it's like a medicine, like a pharmacy, a natural pharmacy?
That's right. While the rainforest has thousands, maybe millions of species of plants and animals that have yet to be discovered and documented, let alone tested for their medicinal value.
Millions of species?
That's right. And we're losing those millions of species of plants and animals every single day. But lessons learned in one place aren't necessarily applicable elsewhere, they say. A global strategy is needed, mobilizing all rainforest governments worldwide.
Well, that's going to be difficult.
You betcha. It's going to be quite a chore, Scat Dog. It's looking for ways to integrate forest preservation into the world's emerging carbon trading system.
What's carbon trading?
Well, it's where a government earns carbon credits for avoiding deforestation. Then they can sell them to a European power plant, for example, to meet its emission reduction quota.
Well, that sounds like a win-win situation for everybody and the rainforest.
Yes, of course. Now, these forests are the greatest global public utility on Earth. As a matter of urgency, we have to find ways to make them more valuable alive than dead.
Well, that sounds reasonable.
Now, the World Wildlife Fund observed that suddenly you have the whole world looking at deforestation and its solutions.
Wonderful. Well, that sounds great. And you're doing such a great job, too, to help bring awareness to the subject.
I'm trying my best, Scat Dog. In many ways, the rainforests are still a world of unknowns, a place with more scientific questions than answers. There's just so much to do, Scat Dog, and it's got to be done immediately before global warming absolutely accelerates at an even worse rate than it already is because of the burning down of the rainforest, Scat Dog. We have no idea what actually might happen when the rainforest disappeared to the point where it's absolutely tilted the balance between the hydrology of the atmosphere. You've got to figure that the trees provide the moisture that provides the clouds and the rain and the cooling on the planet. You can't get rid of all your trees, Scat Dog.
Well, of course not. Ladies and gentlemen, Bono.